welcome to the God Guys podcast. Our verse for today is James 1:13 through 15. Let's read it together. When tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. In this passage, James, a central figure in the Jerusalem church, corrects a common misunderstanding about the source of temptation. He asserts firmly that temptation does not originate from God, who is immune to evil, and does not lead us into temptation. Instead, James informs us that you and we are tempted when our own desires lure and entice us. Historical context shows us that as men, we have often been seen as protectors and providers within our families and communities. This role comes with its own unique set of pressures and temptations. Understanding this verse helps us recognize the source of our temptations and the destructive consequences if we allow these temptations to transform into sin. It's important to clarify that desires in themselves are not inherently sinful, but when we let our desires control us, they can divert us from God's path and lead us into sin. James's outlined progression of desire to sin and ultimately death showcases the severe consequences of giving in to sinful desires. This verse serves as a powerful reminder for us men to stay alert to our personal temptations and to seek God's strength and wisdom in overcoming them. It's a call to action, a call for us to continually examine our desires and to strive to align them with God's will in our everyday life. As you go about your day, reflect on this passage. Ask yourself, what are my desires? Are they leading me towards God or away from Him? Seek God's strength in overcoming your temptations. Remember, our goal is not just to resist temptation, but to align our desires with God's will. Thank you for joining us today on the God Guys podcast. We hope these verses offers you guidance and strength in your walk with God. Until next time, stay strong and keep the faith.